Here goes the show. Woo! All right, welcome to the show, everybody. This is Mikey G, and we are observing. We're checking out the awesomeness of my boy Tim Smith and his trip to Toronto to see the Smashing Pumpkins. It's really exciting, to be honest. I'm pretty stoked. Let me do a couple of things real quick. Just gotta get a couple things established. Hold on. First, I gotta display the chat for you guys. What are the chat logs? It's all about the chat logs, everybody. We're gonna go over Tim's trip here in just a few moments. But really exciting. Honestly, this is going to be really cool. I haven't actually taken a peek at any of it. So what we're going to be seeing here is this is going to be a live, legitimate reaction. And Tim sent me this PowerPoint a little bit ago. Sorry for the delay, folks. I think I might be a little heat exhausted. I was out in the sun for a bit, but I'm trying to get out in the sun more often. It's just a beautiful day, and I was loving every minute of it, to be honest. It was great. Where is a certain thing I'm looking for at the moment? Crimety. It was really fun doing the show at the park earlier. I was out there for a while. Definitely got a lot of sun. A lot more sun than I expected, that's for sure. But let's see what we're looking for. Been really happy because I've been doing a lot more of these live videos, and really getting a chance to interact with you guys at a higher level. Let's get the pop-out chat going, though. Pop-out chat's always great. I love having you guys in here. If there's one thing I do love to do, it is do a poll. Hold on. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to create a poll real quick. I don't know what the poll would be, though. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I can't think of a poll that I want to do at the moment. You know what? We'll skip the poll. We'll skip the poll. No polls today. But I will show the live chat here, and if you just give me a few moments, I'll have it up here in just a little bit. There we go. Got the live chat going. So if you guys want to comment, feel free to comment on Mr. Tim Smith's incredible journey. We're going to see what it was all about. We're going to see what my man did. All right. Shall we begin? All right, Mike goes to Toronto. Got a nice. Oh, that's a nice little that looks like one of those what do you call it? You guys remember like clip art and stuff like that, and like all the cool free images and stuff you could use? That Toronto does look a little like the clip art stuff. I like that. Not gonna lie. So Billy Corgan and the Machines of God with Return to Dust. So wait, this isn't the Smashing Pumpkins. Is this straight up like? Is this straight up just Billy Corgan and like his new band or something? If Tim, if you're even on here at the moment, I forgot to message Tim that I was gonna start looking at this here. Tim also sent me something else earlier. We're gonna look that over, but I'm more curious about Tim's trip because Tim's a traveler, man. I'm trying to become more of a traveler myself, and seeing stuff like this is pretty inspirational to me. Considering I am somebody who is legitimately afraid of flying, I have a lot of trouble. I'm trying to change that. I've become more interested in flying as of late, just because I've been able to do more. Like I've been able to drive more. If I could get over my fear of driving and stuff, I'm pretty sure I can get over my fear of flying. We'll see, though. We'll see. Kiwi, oh my god, yeah, unfortunately, Kiwi, I remember you. Cypher Solutions says, yo, what up, Cypher Solutions? I hope you're having a good day. Kiwi says, hello! God, Kiwi, just stop, bro. My brony brother. All right, so we're going to look at this. So, explored the harbor, found real-life Ontario geese. So, I'm going to zoom in on certain points of this PowerPoint, just so you guys can get a better angle of what Tim was looking at. So these are ducks. These are the geese. These appear to be the geese that my boy was talking about. That was a pretty good image. Real life Ontario geese. Interesting. Huh, it's kind of cool. Pretty badass, actually. And those towers are pretty nice, man. They got some really cool looking buildings there. Toronto's a huge place. Sorry if I'm yawning, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking heat exhausted right now. Kiwi says, "Remember me? I'm back." Cypher Solution says, "You gonna show your setup?" I might be able to. Show my setup. I don't know. It'd be easier if I just showed it to you guys organically through my Pixel 8. Let's see. Cypher Solutions says, how do I do reaction streams and record it? So one step, I'm going to just note down the steps. Download OBS Studio or Streamlabs OBS. One or the other. Totally your call. Then, make sure you have a decent computer that can process recordings or stream live. Let's see. I mean, you could do that with your laptop. I mean, it depends on what type of laptop you have. I mean, what is your OS? Like, are you using Windows or something? Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted. Hold on. Well, I'll try to answer your questions periodically throughout this presentation, though. So, explored the harbor, found real life on. That's so cool. Tim is Scotia Bank. It went all the way to Nova Scotia. That's Scotia Bank, dude. Fuck yeah. Tim made it to the big times. He's in Scotia Bank. So this is their premium entrance. He walked into. This is interesting. So Tim claims that he walked into the Scotia Bank iTrade HQ on Bay Street. Watched Money News on their big screen, bought a coffee in an underground mall beneath all of the banks. That's so crazy. I tried to overhear stock tips. Dude, that's fucking cool. Dude, what a pimp. That's awesome. Just remember, though, the only person you need to learn stocks from is Jeremy Lefebvre from Financial Education. And you got to buy his $10,000. I can't say that with a straight face, but you got to buy his $10,000 course. Okay. Anyway, Cipher Solutions says I just put 2 terabyte solid state drive in an HP Envy. Oh, you own an HP Envy as well? What a beast, dude. Yeah, oh my God. I own an HP Envy myself. And it is my main desktop computer. But yeah, honestly, as long as it has a decent processor and at the bare minimum a good amount of RAM along with a hot AF video card, you should be able to do what I do with no issues. Now, if you are feeling a little bit lazy, you can use StreamYard.com. StreamYard's not bad. I gotta admit, as far as it goes, you can use the free version, but sometimes, I mean, if you don't want to put in the work, I mean, honestly, learning OBS is really handy. If you can learn OBS, I mean, you could do a show with no problem. I've learned the ins and outs of OBS, man, and I'll tell you what, it's definitely been well worth it. OBS is incredible. Cipher Solution says I have a 360 laptop. It's like 5 years old. Oh, look, even if it's an older laptop, I mean, as long as it's got good processing power and good RAM and a good decent video card, you should be able, to do at least basic reaction videos. I don't see why not. At least I don't think it should be too hard for you, man. Anyway, let's keep watching. So, yeah, I think, that it's so cool that you got to go to like Scotiabank, chill out in their underground little cafe. That sounds kind of like, dude, I think Tim Smith is like the Canadian George Clooney, dude. He's out there like probably bankrupting casinos and shit, dude. Just like George Clooney from those Oceans movies. It's like my boy Brad Pitt and George Clooney, dude. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Cipher Solution says I'm hearing these people make $42,000 a month. I mean, you can make a lot of money reacting to videos for sure. I mean, I'm almost monetized, but I get a lot of views on my live reaction videos. Like, these videos do really well. All I have to do is put reaction at the end of it, because it literally is all I'm doing. I'm just reacting to this. This, like, all these photos, you're getting my live raw reaction. I think it's just cool. So this is Tim's really neat little it's cool that Tim put this in a PowerPoint, man. Like, the fact that the fact that he wanted to put this in a PowerPoint is always so fucking cool, dude. And I want to present it as best as I can. I'm not perfect at presenting. I think Tim would do a far better job presenting this than I would. But let's see here. So let's see. Let's see, what else did Tim do? Played some virtual hockey at the Hockey Hall of Fame. Made some saves, and then did the shooting challenge and scored 3 times on Lunk. Dude, that's fucking tight. No way. So, like, you get to it's like, whoa, hold on. Let me make sure I understand this right. So this is at the Hockey Hall of Fame. And you play virtual hockey at the Hockey Hall of Fame, made some saves, and then did the shoot. Oh, man. That is so fucking cool, dude. Holy shit, man, dude. Tim might be like the, dude, Tim's like a freaking savant when it comes to motherfucking hockey, dude. I know Tim would absolutely destroy me at hockey, though, without a doubt. I've the closest thing to hockey I have ever played is like roller skate hockey. That is about the extent of it. Just like with rollerblades and shit. Man, oh man. Let's see. So Tim also saw former Canuck Corey Hirsch Psycho Mask. That's funny. Couldn't remember if I had a memory of this from the 90s or not, but it seemed familiar. Got ya. Dude, that is kind of a creepy mask, dude. That, wow. Oh, it's got the fucking, oh, well. Dude. Holy shit, man. This is insane. God, I'm definitely going to go to bed early tonight. I think I'm just so heat exhausted. I'm definitely drinking liquids, apple juice, water, you name it, but I definitely got enough. Enough heat to last me a while. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh. Let's keep watching. Saw Terry Sawchuk's famous mask from the 50s and 60s used to have a fiberglass replica of this mask used for ball hockey on the island, made in Vancouver. Let's see, I still have the action. Dude, that's cool. Oh, shit. Dude, that mask is fucking insane. Like, oh. That's a cool action figure. Oh, yeah, so that's the action figure. Oh, dude. So this is the action figure from Tim's place. This is... It's so trippy to see him wear that mask. He definitely looks like... It definitely kind of like has a serial killer mask vibe. That's crazy. Holy shit. This is awesome, dude. Tim, these are pimp, dude. Holy shit. Good job, man. So let's see. The diamonds in these Stanley Cup rings were in. I am kind of curious. Let's zoom in on the rings. One ring to rule them all. Let's see. Oh, hold on. So it's weird how the zoom in feature works. So, like, I think I have to. Hold on. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Here's how the zoom in works. It's kind of working. So let's see. I'm kind of curious about this diamond. So this is 2014 Los Angeles Kings ring given to. Damn, this is a high quality photo, man. Holy shit. Los Angeles Kings white gold and diamond studded Los Angeles. Oh, damn. Damn. Some high class rings, dude. Yeah, those are legit diamonds, dude. Those have a shiny, bright aura to them. Holy shit! Let's take a look at this one. Given fame. It's crazy. It's so cool that they keep all the rings. You know, all in this really like probably heavy duty, like this is probably like bulletproof glass, dude. I would love to see somebody try to. I mean, I don't think anybody should try to steal it. Just as a legal note, I'm just saying it would be interesting to see somebody try, because I'm sure that glass is intense. That's so awesome, man. Dude, what a pimp. Dude, what a pimp, daddy, dude. I like that. Hell yeah. Good stuff, man. All right, sorry, I was texting my boy Tim, dude, and this is wild. This is seriously wild. Holy crap. Well, let's keep taking a look at so this one's Bobby Clark's lead-filled. Wait, lead-filled steel pucks he practiced with. Oh, that's actually kind of smart, but also kind of dumb. Here's why. First off, I don't know. Lead's pretty toxic. So here's the thing. I don't know if it was like filled on the inside of them or something. I have no clue. But that's actually a hell of a way to practice. So it's like I guess the best example I could think of in the basketball world, since I know more about basketball than I do hockey. I think the best, in my opinion, comparison would be like using a weighted basketball, like like a weighted ball to to shoot at the hoop or something like that. I did have a weighted ball at one point that I used every now and then. I would just go down to the courts and I would actually just shoot with a weighted ball, no joke. And it was kind of fun. I really enjoyed shooting with the weighted ball more than anything. But it really helped get the arm strength going. But it was very, very tough. And then when you start shooting a regular basketball after shooting with the weighted ball, it's a totally different feeling. It feels like the basketball's light as a feather, and it's smart, man. It's the same way that like people will put the weighted donuts on the baseball bat when they're in the on deck circle, so that way the bat feels lighter to them, that sort of thing. So it's kind of a smart way to do it, man. I think that's actually smart that he practiced with lead pucks. Lead-filled pucks, man. That's just, you don't hear that every day. That's wild. That's that Stanley Cup, dude, looking good. And then I don't know what. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is like an MVP trophy. I don't know if they do MVP trophies in hockey or not, but let's see. Saw the real heart. No, sorry. I can't speak today. Saw the real heart trophy. I have a replica. Oh, so that's the Hart Trophy. Okay, so this is the Hart Trophy right here. If you guys can see my mouse cursor right there, that's the trophy that Tim is talking about here. Saw the real. That's so cool, dude. How big is that trophy? Not the one that you're holding on the right one, but I don't know if like. Tim said he's going to be joining here in a moment. He might be able to add a little commentary on this. I know I'm not doing this on StreamYard or anything like that, but I probably should have. I didn't think about that. And we might even do like a part 2 where Tim and I eventually like actually look at this together. But this is so cool. Yeah, dude, he has the. So I'm going to zoom in on the Hart Trophy real quick. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, that face is awesome. I like that one. The good the face on the right when Tim's holding the little mini one. But this is cool, so we're gonna zoom in on this, and it looks like. So, is that a stain or is that intentional? I don't know if that's a stain on there. If that's intentional or not. Oh wait, I think that might just be a reflection. Something. Holy smokes, man! It's very majestic. Honestly, we're not gonna lie, that craftsmanship's unbelievable. Craftsmanship for that shit's cool, dude. Let's pull my boy back a little bit. Takes a second. All right. Pull back. There we go. And voila. We got more clips here. The original Stanley Cup from the 1890. Oh, wow. Oh, geez. That's pretty dope. So this is the OG. No way. Hold on. Wait a minute. So I think the one at the bottom, I think the one at the bottom right here is the original from the 1893. And then this one, I think this one, is this the one from the 1920? No, wait a minute. You know, I can't tell which one. Oh, this one is the 1893 one. Okay. This one is absolutely the original. And then that's the one, that's what the Stanley Cup looks like now. This one looked a little suspicious. The 1935 one looked a little sus, but I like it anyway. Well, so this is so while Tim was inside the Hall of Fame, the band was also checking out Toronto. So they were oh man, that's so cool. Are they on a boat? No, wait, no, they're probably next to like a lake or something. I don't know. That's cool though. Oh, maybe they were on near the ocean. I'm a little stupid when it comes to Toronto. I don't know much about Toronto. Mr. Nice Cream, though. I like that. That's awesome. Have a nice day. Dude, they got some good little artwork on this shit, dude. This is Canada. Yeah, dude. Get it, dude. Billy Corgan's killing it, man. So this is, let's see, this is Hipster Central in Toronto, Leslieville. The mustaches are thick. The t-shirts are ironic. And didn't see a single tattoo that didn't require a 10-minute explanation by a 20-year-old. This is where the club was, so I had no choice but to go deep. Here we go. So we're seeing something. I don't know what we're seeing here. We're going to see some shit. We're going to see some crazy shit on this. So let's keep rolling. Barstool Sports owner Dave Portnoy gave Descendant Pizza in Leslieville a strong review a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to try. Oh, so Tim is trying some pizza. All right. Do love me some Dave Portnoy pizza reviews, though. I need to start doing something similar. Maybe I'll do like hot dog reviews. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe I'll do a restaurant review on like. Maybe I should just be the beer guy. Maybe I should just be the IPA guy. Just do like IPA reviews, you know? Might be something. Descendant Detroit style pizza. Let's see. It's been years since I've had a great pizza in British Columbia, but Toronto is still hanging in there. This was tremendous. They hand make their own vanille sausage. Ooh. So Tim got a pretty nice looking pizza. I think they got a little bit of some greens on that bad boy. Hell yeah. I like the hat though. What is it? Our world is a vampire. Our world is a vampire. Hell yeah. Let's see. And then looking at the rest of this, let's see. My guy was at Roshock's Brewing Corporation. Let's see. He did a pre-ship research on the best brew pubs. Let's see, this one studied the best. Okay, this is cool. So created by university chemistry students. Let's see, took forever to find it. It was buried in an industrial park next to the UPS delivery van. A lot surrounded by barbed wire fencing. Oh, Tim, this looks pretty cool, man. This looks pretty dope. Holy smoke. So let's take a look here. Yeah, now, just to let you guys know, I've never been to Toronto, Canada. Never been to Canada in my life, but it's really cool looking at Tim do this shit. I just love the fact that it's all in like an easy PowerPoint. This is cool. Even if Tim just sent me photos and I looked at the photos, that'd be enough. But having an explanation to this is super fucking cool. This is the best, man. This is cool. Hmm. This looks like such an interesting little pub. It kind of looks kind of sketchy too. Just even the sign, the whole thing looks sketchy. I like it. It's got kind of a sketchy, kind of maybe potentially dive bar vibe. Hopefully, he got some inside photos. The brew pub was built in an abandoned factory that made who knows what 100 years ago. To use the washroom, you have to go up 2 flights of stairs and walk down the longest hallway I've ever seen. It was 1,000 degrees and it smelled like steamed asparagus. Oh, damn, dude. That sucks. That is a long hallway, though. Shit. Let's see. Malevolent Benevolence. Caramel toffee praline imperial stout, 11.9% ABV. I always forget what ABV stands for. I'm a little bit of a dummy. What is ABV in IPA? Oh, it's alcohol by volume. Okay. Oh, that's it's not bad. So Tim says, I got hooked on deep, dark imperial stouts during the 2020 lockdowns. This one was a bit thicker and sweeter than Moody Ales, Rasputin, or others I've tried. Not quite as deep, but still had a lot of flavor. What's with the plastic cups, though? No dishwasher? I'm sorry, I feel like I'm reading these like Chris Hansen, but like a mixture of Chris Hansen and William Shatner. So I want to thank you guys for putting up with this shit. That looks really good. You don't need hey, that's the thing, man. If you want to avoid having a dishwasher, just serve nothing. Just serve everything in plastic cups. And maybe not good for the environment, but you know, you're one of those restaurants that's just trying to save money or just can't get a fucking dishwasher. Let's take a look here. Showtime, dude. The Return to Zero, Billy Corgan and the Machines of God. So I can't remember. I think, Tim, you did tell me at one point. I don't know if Tim's watching at the moment, but you did tell me at one point, I think, that Smashing Pumpkins either are on a hiatus or they broke up officially, or I can't remember. You gave me an explanation. I'll have to look it up, but this is cool, though. Unless they change their name. They're just like, oh, we're just going to call ourselves Billy Corgan and the Machines of God. It's honestly kind of an epic name for a band. The Machines of God. That's fucking pimp, actually. Anyway, Billy getting ready. Everything's on schedule. Pimp. Line check. Okay, cool. I like that. Dude, people are arriving in style. Look at that car. Dude, that's a fucking cool car. Hold on. I'm zooming in. That is about as old school as you're gonna get, dude. That is like... The dude who owns this car, man, has kept it in really good condition. Like, this is... I mean, maybe not something I would want to drive personally, but damn. It's fucking beautiful. That's a beautiful car. I just don't know if it's so cool. What a pimp ride, dude. Wow. So people arriving in style. Yeah. And then there's the line. Yeah, if you guys see the line, you got a line of people here. Fucking cool, dude. Let's see. Tim says the club was very slick, lots of amenities, and easy to navigate. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this looks like a pretty, It's like a pretty dope-ass club, dude. Holy crap. It's a pretty neat little experience, man. See, after wandering around Leslieville, trying to find the brew pub, and walking all day, my feet were killing me. The club has no chairs or benches of any kind unless you were in one of the paid seats that some people bought. I needed a break, so I sat in the handicapped washroom stall for half an hour before opening. Hey, that's actually kind of a smart idea. Damn, that's actually not a bad idea, especially if they have no chairs that anybody could just sit in at any time. That's kind of lame. It's kind of lame, man. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, you think there would be like some basic chairs in certain areas, but I mean, it's a club, so it sounds like it might be more on the long lines of like maybe more like a dance club or something like that. It's fucking cool. I'm sorry I keep yawning, you guys. I just, like I said, I'm a little heat exhausted, so I'm juicing up on apple juice to try not to yawn so much. It's just look how red I am. Look how fucking red I am, man. I'm a red motherfucker. But honestly, that's a pretty smart idea, man. Just chilling out in the stall. That's awesome. Honestly, if there's no chairs, you might as well chill in the bathroom for like 30 minutes, dude. Honestly, if my legs got tired, I'd fucking do the same thing, or I might just pop a squat on the floor. Nah, depending. The floor's probably nasty though. Fuck that. Oh man. Return to Dust sounded a lot like Alice in Chains from way back in the day. Hell yeah. They kind of seem like, honestly, if you zoom in a little bit, they got kind of that hair metal vibe. I mean, look at the lead singer. See how close we can get. Damn, that's actually a pretty high resolution photo. So, dude, yeah, that kind of reminds me of like it's a little hair metal going on. It's beefed out, and yeah, they look fucking tough, dude. Tough dudes. I'll have to look up their music or something like that. Return to Dust. Actually, I'm gonna note down the name of that band because I always like to discover new bands. So if they're pretty good, I mean, it may not be my type of music. I'm not too sure, but Return to. I'm old school, man. I write shit down all the time. I type out stuff too, but I prefer writing down stuff. I gotta leave notes and shit. I remember it a lot better if I write it down. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Billy Corgan and the Machines of God. Hell yeah, dude. Let's see. So Billy. Okay, so I'm reading a little more of the caption here. So Billy. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Billy wanted to play some smaller shows with more obscure songs, but the other Pumpkins members weren't into it. At this point, they only want to play bigger shows where the band has to play more hits. So Billy put together a new band just for this tour. Kiki Wong from the Pumpkins stayed on though, but Billy got a different bass player and drummer. Okay, so that gives me a little bit more of an explanation. I like that. That's a good explanation. So that's why it's not the Smashing Pumpkins. Okay. I legit thought it was. I'm totally misleading my audience, by the way. I'm trying not to. This is cool though, man. All right, let's back out a little bit here. Another cool show. Oh, he's looking good, man. All right, let's zoom in on Mr. Corgan here. So. Yeah, it's fucking cool, dude. It's fucking pimp, dude. Pimp. It's fucking pimp. I like it. It's a cool photo. So Billy Corgan and the Machines of God, Glass theme, Heavy Metal Machine. Oh, these are the titles, I believe, of the songs. Let's see, Heavy Metal Machine, Where Boys Fear to Dread, Pentagrams, The Crying Tree of Mercury, Real Love, Porcelina. Let's see, Sugomi, Glass and the Ghost, You Only Live Twice. Let's see, 999, Bullet Muzzle, 1979 EB. Let's see, Here's to the Atom Bomb, Eden, White Spider, Tonight, If There Is a God, Bodies, Aeroplane Flies High. Interesting set list, though, dude. This is cool. I'm liking this. That's a pretty cool photo of Mr. Corgan playing. Let's see. This set list was full of songs the Pumpkins rarely play live or have never played live. It's the anniversary of albums from 25 and 30 years ago, and there were lots of deep cuts. Kid Tiger on the left even sang on a cover of You Only Live Twice, previously sung by Nancy Sinatra on a James Bond soundtrack, which was fun. Billy played bass on a song which I had never seen him do before live. For serious fans, this was great. Honestly, I will say when it comes to Smashing Pumpkins, dude, Tim knows his stuff. He knows exactly, like, he knows the whole history of the band, man. It's like, I love it, dude. Hey, there are certain bands, man, I get it. I know Tim's favorite band of all time, Smashing Pumpkins. Mine's Our Lady Peace. It's fucking great, dude. I love it. S47AS says, what are we up to tonight, Mike? Big Mike? Well, we're looking over my boy Tim Smith's I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm blanking out today. I'm looking up we're looking at Tim Smith's PowerPoint. He had a whole bunch of photos, created a quick little PowerPoint of his trip to Toronto to go to the Canadian Hockey Hall of Fame, and also check out Billy Corgan's band called Billy Corgan and I already forgot the name of it. It was like Billy Corgan and the Machines of God. That's right, Machines of God. Yeah. But that was really cool. I'm liking this. And Tim is throwing in some interesting facts into this PowerPoint, which is really neat. It is nice to narrate it, though. I'm trying to make sure I narrate it for you guys, because I don't know how well you guys can see the font, but I'm definitely going to. So Tim says the band was great, but the crowd was weird. A lot of people seemed like mostly guys just standing around staring at the band in silence, some with their arms crossed, looking confused. They clapped after songs, though, I think. Let's see, some even seemed to leave early before the encore were done. A lot of people had Pumpkin shirts on, though, so maybe they were fans? I couldn't tell if this was a Leslieville thing or just the general Ontario cringe that I observe all the time. Everyone was dressed like they were headed to a slow pitch game, except the smattering of goth girls who all had fishnets on. I also kept having to move places because people wouldn't stop talking. I don't know, cringe, Central Canadian cringe CCC. This is some great commentary, man. I'm loving this. These people need to spend a weekend with my mom as a kind of party boot camp. If they are still alive by Monday, then maybe they will be ready for a concert. That's funny, man. PowerPoint is the peacock of the presentation world. All feather, no meat. That's a pretty good one. I like that. No, this is honestly a great little slideshow. I love seeing cool slideshows like this, man. This is awesome. Then we got Ultra Fire saying, "Yo, buddy, we're checking out Billy Corgan and the Machines of God." Tim gave some really cool explanations in this PowerPoint, though. I'm loving this. Let's see. So this was the end of the show, over 2 hours of music. Take a quick zoom in shot of see. Oh, dude, looking good, dude. It's pimp. So he's kind of wearing like, got an interesting getup on though. I'm liking this. This is cool. Let's see. Oh, cool. So let's see. So Tim also got a poster. So got a poster for me and a Star Sky for Lee. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Get it, man. This is great. Love the cup. Fucking cool, dude. Nice. So let's see. Total domination on Angry Birds on the flight home. Shout out to Air Canada's entertainment package. That's awesome. Oh, dude. So they got like little tablet like screens you can play while you're on the flight itself. That's so cool. How fucking neat, man. That's too fucking cool. Let's see. Also watched the new Nosferatu, a little visually drab and overly melodramatic. I love Robert Eggers, particularly Northman, but meh. I'm a huge fan of the 70s Werner Herzog Nosferatu. That's still my favorite. Heck yeah. Orange fades to gray. I left a comment on Billy's Substack when I got home, and he liked it. Oh, dude. Okay. Let's see. So Tim said, thank you for these. Let's see. Putting together a custom frame job for the tour poster I got at the Toronto show. We'll use some of this. Is all, by the way, I'm just reading what Tim Smith wrote to Mr. Corgan on his Substack. I might have to check out some of his Substack stuff. Let's see what he's doing on there. We'll use some of these photos in it. Also, the Toronto show was great. Sorry the crowd was so weird. Just middle-aged people, mostly guys, standing still and staring at you for 2 hours. I didn't get it either. Not sure what they were looking for. I found a couple of people who were dancing and stuck with them. The rest of the time, just closed my eyes and listened to the music, which is great. And I imagined I wasn't surrounded by Toronto. I flew out from the west coast of Canada. Next time I see the Pumpkins, we'll find the smallest town they're playing and we'll go there. I feel like the people will be better. Again, the music was great though. Thank you for that. You should let oh man. I don't know. Corgan would probably block you if you said this, but you should tell him he needs to play somewhere in Coos Bay, Oregon. Just tell him that Billy Corgan and the Machines of God need to play in Coos Bay. He'd probably be like, "Oh, fuck you, dude." Like, "Fuck you, I'm not playing in that small fucking town." That'd be funny though. That'd be great. No, good shit though, man. This is a great PowerPoint. Honestly, all these photos were pretty pimp too. Let's see, and then that's the end of it. Dude, that's awesome. That looks pretty cool. That's a neat little red light, by the way. Holy shit. Now, it looks like you had a good time, man. It looks like a fun time. I think it's really cool that you got to do like a virtual hockey simulator at the Hockey Hall of Fame, dude. It's pretty pimp. But yeah, that's I don't know if Tim's watching at the moment, but dude, that was pimp. That was fucking pimp. Dude, hell yeah. I do want to apologize to you guys. Like I said, I am a little more exhausted than anticipated. I did that like 3-hour show in the park and got more sun than I thought I would get. Feels good to get the sun though, because I've been definitely needing to be less pale. I think I just need to be less pale. Just a little bit exhausted though. That was pretty fun though. A lot of reading I had to do, but I like reading obviously. But man, that was cool. I have to say, yeah, it would be kind of weird to have like a whole bunch of dudes just like this. Like, if I was playing, I'm trying to imagine if I was like playing a concert somewhere and people were like, kind of reminds me of the anti-Trump rally I went to. Everybody, nobody crossed their arms at me, but they're giving me some dirty fucking looks, and so I get that. Yeah, that Trump that anti-Trump rally was, dude. I just want to I just gotta talk to you guys real quick because that took an emotional toll on me. I had no idea that it was the young leftists that were being real tools to me. Like, I have never been told to fuck off that many times for wearing a hat, and it wasn't even a Nazi hat, by the way. I like Trump. Trump's my president. I think he's the man. Totally think he's cool. But I got called fascist. And it's just like, you want me to vote for you. You want me to vote for whatever party you're wanting me to vote for, but it's like, you're just creating more resentment by being total tools to me. I don't know. The Democratic base, man, it would take a whole hell of a lot for me to ever vote Democrat at this point. I mean, like I said, Andrew Yang was probably in recent memory the closest person I was going to vote for that was a Democrat. That was probably, and Tulsi Gabbard, actually. She's pretty cool. She decided that the Democrat Party was too crazy even for her, so she's like, yeah, I'm gonna become a Republican, and it was a smart choice for sure. But yeah, I think a lot of people are just kind of done with the Democrat base at this point. But man, sorry you guys if I really am burnt out. I will probably head to bed here in a bit. I usually don't even go to bed this early either. I did stay up until like 3:00, I think, playing Magic the Gathering. That was fun, by the way. But I went to bed late. I got up fairly early, so I can't say that I got like a ton of sleep. So it'll be good. I think it'd be healthy for me to actually get an early night's sleep. At least do my best to get one. Early night sleep is what one needs sometimes, man. I'm thinking I might just go do my laundry tomorrow. Probably get my bedding all squared away. Get everything all washed and figured out. But yeah, good shit. Whew, but yeah, I guess my overall reaction to that to Tim's little trip to Toronto is, damn, that was pretty cool, man. That sounds like a fun time. And it's fun to take those like little personal journeys, go see a band you really like, and it's understandable, dude. It's just cool. So it just sucks that a lot of the people were kind of dismiss. It sounds like they were pretty dismissive of this band, which is kind of sad. I mean, Billy Corgan's a fucking legend, man. That's why I was a little bit surprised. I was like, wait, why are people? I think what threw me off was the fact that people just weren't having a good time at the club. I mean, I know that, some of the Smashing Pumpkins songs, for instance, are a little obscure, a little bit strange, but it's good swaying music at the end of the day. So the least they could do is sway. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just a weird cultural thing that's going on. I think maybe just a lack of cultural identity in Toronto, something like that. No clue. Tim Smith says, yeah, the hockey simulator shoots rubber pucks at you through holes in the screen where it looks like players are shooting it on you. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. So you basically get to simulate what it's like to be a goalie. So you're in the hockey simulator. That's fucking pimp, dude. It's fucking rad. I like that. But I'm trying to stay up as much as I can right now, at least as long as I can before I get too tired. I'm trying not to go to bed super early. I might go to bed at like 10 o'clock or something. Give me one moment, though. One moment. I'm gonna eat something real quick. Give myself a little carb boost. So Tim says, yeah, Toronto, I have no idea. It's very socialist. People seem confused and not sure what's going on there. Good pizza, though. Hey, sometimes socialist countries, sometimes they end up having okay food. Sometimes. But the rest of the economy is just depressed. It's cool they at least have good pizza over there. Sounds pretty dope. I'm doing ASMR cracker eating right now. You guys are gonna hear me eat crack. You're gonna hear me chew on motherfucking crackers right now. But hopefully you had a good. It seems like you have a good time. It seems like you had a pretty damn good time overall. It looked pretty fun, man. It's too bad Too bad a lot of people seem like squares around there, though. I mean, then again, most big cities usually have, very interesting people. Sometimes they could be dicks. I don't know. Maybe it's big city life. It gives you a certain edge or something. I have no idea. Let's see. Tim says the Rich People Coffee on Bay Street was pretty good. Bay Street is the Wall Street of Canada. Okay. That's like where the Toronto Stock Exchange is pretty. Is that where like the Toronto Stock Exchange is located on that street, right? That's fucking cool, though. You guys, I made it my point. I'm going to work on the Toronto Stock Exchange. I made it my mission in life. I made it my mission in life to become an investment banker in Canada. For no reason at all. I just want to go to that underground coffee shop. Damn it. I got to go there. I got to check that shit out. Sounds kind of fun. It's like a hidden layer coffee shop. It sounds so cool. Tim Smith says, yeah, it was a good time. I tried to pack a lot into one day. Not as many homeless as in Vancouver as far as I could see. Huh. It's possible that it's possible they treat the homeless like crap in Toronto. I don't know if that's true or not, but possible they do. I wouldn't be surprised. Unless they actually have homeless shelters. You know what I mean? They probably have. They probably do things maybe decently over there. Hopefully, they treat their homeless people decent. Tim Smith says, yeah, Bay Street was rich guys in suits and pride flags everywhere. So you're saying this is gay Wall Street? Is that what I'm getting at? So what I've concluded is that Tim basically went to gay Wall Street. That's what I got out of this. LGBTQ Street, Wall Street. Yeah. That's funny, man. It's woke Wall Street, dude. Woke Wall Street, man. I love it. I need to travel a little bit more. That is one of the things I'm trying to do. I was thinking if I do end up quitting my job here pretty soon, which I'm not too sure. I'm thinking about it. I don't want to quit though, because I wouldn't mind getting unemployment and like milking it for a while. You know what I mean? Say most people do that. I mean, I don't want to do that specifically. I do enjoy working. I am a workaholic. Let's see. Tim Smith says there was a Kendrick Lamar concert the same night at the baseball stadium. He needed police escort because he had dissed Drake, who is from Toronto. Oh, shit, dude. So you're saying all the Toronto... What good timing, dude. Freaking Tim Smith was in Toronto the same night that Kendrick Lamar is in Toronto. Of course he needed police escort, man. I bet those Toronto people are insane. They're like, dude, Drake's the man. I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Drake. I like his music. I think he's a little bit of a chode. He does make fun of himself, which I appreciate, but yeah, Drake is that is so fucking funny though, dude. Kendrick Lamar, baby, he's just dissing Drake. That's okay. Let the diss tracks fly, man. Let those diss tracks fly. Dude, by the way, Tim, how much of the video did you see from yesterday? Where I was at the Trump, what do you call it? The anti-Trump protest. I don't know if you saw much of it, but dude, I don't think I can go to another one of those, man. I don't think I have it in me. It was such a toxic environment, dude. It was so bad. Like, I honestly kind of felt depressed after leaving there, in the sense that I felt like these people are they just weren't nice. Like, they were like, I was out there, rapping about Joe Biden. Obviously, I'm not saying that I was a saint, but I wasn't exactly going up to people and calling them the C word either, or telling them they were pieces of shit. I was just saying that Biden's, I was actually I was talking about how much I wanted, how sexy I thought Biden was. But, I mean, they just, they weren't having it, man. They weren't Biden fans. They weren't Bidenholics. They didn't want Bidenomics back. It was fun though. I had a really good time. It's just one of those things where some people don't like it. People were not pleased. And all is because I had that MAGA hat on. It's like people just thought, oh, it's okay to, like, I mean, they can tell me to fuck off if they want to. That is within their right, but they were just so combative about it. It was a weird scenario. And like I said, I wasn't the perfect version of a saint, Let's see. Tim Smith says, yeah, I saw most of it. The 70-year-olds keep talking about Trump's court charges. Yeah, I know, exactly. First off, weren't all those in New York? Most New York people seem to hate him because New York is liberal city. Jean Carroll is a complete lunatic, and her accusations were insane. Absolutely, they were. Yeah. she is I'm not gonna like go into detail about what I think of her because YouTube might ban me or something for having a personal opinion on her. But I will just say this. Actually, I'm not gonna say anything about her. I do think she's. I will just say that I'm not a big fan of her. I think she yeah, she's just awful. I don't like Eugene Carroll. She's terrible. But like I just think that like why would Trump be into someone like her? She just seems like she's off her rocker, And who knows? Maybe, maybe not, but it's just crazy. And yeah, and I think the thing is nobody believes the mainstream media anymore except for crazy liberals, of course, people who watch the news. People who watch, MSNBC, people who watch Fox News, people who watch any mainstream media, even CNN, you name it. Mainstream media is, in my opinion, poison to the mind. I try not to watch them. I try not to watch CNN. I don't think they're fair and balanced. I think that it's very opinion based and all they care about is ratings, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a fucking business. But their business isn't truth. And I want people to realize that the news is not in the business of truth. The news is in the business of ratings. And if people keep coming back to watch them because they're doing negative segments on Trump, they're going to keep finding ways. They're going to keep writing articles, even if they're fiction, about how terrible Trump is. It's a ratings game. They don't give two shits about the truth. Do you think the news ever gave shit about the truth? No. Mainstream media don't give two shits about the truth. That's one of the reasons I don't watch it. It's one of the because they are literally the little boy who cried wolf. Mainstream media is the little boy who cried wolf. They keep lying and lying, and I'm just like, nope, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, mainstream media. I just can't. And yeah. But yeah, I felt like it was such a bad energy. Like a very, very, very bad energy there. Like to the point where I was just like, dude, some of these people are just very psychotic. It felt like not all of them. I'm not gonna blanket everybody in that group as psychotic, but they're very they seem a little. There were some that just seemed kind of manipulative in the way that they were choosing to speak to me. They're so. It's so annoying because they're so careful about how they speak. They don't speak, you know what I mean? Like somebody like is watching every word they say. Like there was this lady who I just felt like she was watching every single word she said to me. It was the weirdest thing. And I'm thinking to myself, can't you just speak authentically? It's okay to make errors. I make errors all the time when I speak. I don't try to speak perfectly. I just try to speak as effectively as I can. And if I watch my words, I can't speak at all. It's the whole point of talking is you make errors. And I just felt like some of these people just felt. One lady told me not to make a blanket statement about reducing the federal government. And I was like, no. I am going to make a blanket statement about reducing the federal government because I think a lot of federal jobs and a lot of federal agencies don't need to exist. She didn't like that because one of her job was affected because she was like wildlife something person on the federal level. I was like, well, first off, why aren't you getting paid by the state of Oregon if you're in Oregon to do this? I mean, unless it's federal land, I get that, but I don't know. It sucks. I don't like seeing too many federal programs get cut if they are important. If they're very important, they're needed. Okay, that's fine. That's one thing. But yeah, federal government shouldn't have that many agencies to begin with, just as a heads up. There should be some core agencies, and that's about it. Anyway, sorry, I can go on and on about it. Tim Smith says, also, they keep screaming about Social Security getting shut down. Nobody has talked about that, and most of these boomers have homes. Let's see, most of these boomers have homes worth millions of dollars that they paid $2 in 1965. Exactly. Most of these homes that these fucking boomers purchased. I'm actually going to be trying to find a home here in Coos Bay here pretty soon, like instead of actually renting. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. I am actually going to consult with ChatGPT on it, because as much as I don't know. Honestly, I think the real assets in life are the stocks that the stocks, the bonds, and the commodities you can accumulate in a brokerage account. That's my belief. I don't think I really don't think a home is it's not an asset. It's just not. uh, Part of me, I mean, I don't pay that much for my rent, if we're going to be completely honest. And yeah, insane. I was making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, no, I didn't miss anything. Went through all of it. Yeah. I do like the little merch though, dude. That's pretty pimp. Going to do a quick recap. I see. Cool. Yeah, overall, that was a really cool PowerPoint, man. But yeah, it's really weird, dude. They just keep talking about how, like, they think it's gonna get shut down. It's like, no, Social Security. It would be in Trump's best interest to leave it alone. I still think Social Security is a bad idea, by the way. And I'll tell you why. It's basically the young funding the old. You know. This is why I hate it when they don't teach investing in schools. It's like, don't rely on Social Security for retirement. I am in no way relying on Social Security for retirement. I think that's for suckers. I think it's for idiots to rely on Social Security as a retirement vessel. I think it's the stupidest thing you could fucking do. The best retirement vessel is honestly just assets that continue to pay you for the rest of your life. Having a diversified portfolio of bonds, dividend stocks, you name it, you'll have a plentiful source of income for the rest of your life if you just invest and never sell your assets. And when I say assets, I mean like productive assets, like stocks. Stocks are nice. They are inflation proof for the most part. Bonds are good because you at least get a guaranteed yield. That's kind of nice. Not fully, but mostly guaranteed yield. Commodities are nice. I think commodities are a good store of wealth if you just need a place to, keep your wealth kind of sitting for a bit. I was thinking about swing trading a gold ETF. I was actually considering that because I do swing trade the SBIT and the BITI. But those are anti-Bitcoin ETFs, basically. Oh, actually, speaking of which, let me see. Give me 1 second, folks. 1 second. I was gonna check because Robinhood allows for overnight trading. So if I really want to, I can. Now Bitcoin's up. That's lame. Oh darn. SBIT is not participating right now in overnight trading. That sucks. Lame. I could swing trade the BITI a little bit though. BITI's kind of low, kind of nice. But yeah, I love the SBIT though. It's legitimately my favorite ETF to swing trade. Just because the SBIT, sorry, did I say, I don't know if I said BITI or SBIT. Anyway, SBIT has that minus 2x leverage. So it's just, I think that Bitcoin is such a bad investment. It's not a real investment. And, I keep trickle buying into the SBIT for a lot of good reasons. Actually, if I was to name off as many as I could, I just think that Bitcoin is just it's not a good investment. I don't know what else to say on that one. But yeah, I just I'm happy to be pretty anti-Bitcoin though, overall. But yeah, betting against Bitcoin's helped me fund my portfolio, oddly enough. So all the excess money that I get from betting against Bitcoin when Bitcoin goes down violently, I mean, I wouldn't say I make like $1 million, nothing like that, but I make a good amount of money that I can just take those excess profits that I get from trickle selling. So I trickle buy for the most part, and then I trickle sell. I don't do anything crazy. I don't like buy a whole big position and then sell a whole big position. I'm probably doing it on a micro scale, and doing it on a micro scale is kind of fun. So you kind of just ride the waves, but you take advantage of the waves. It would be like, for example, it'd be like riding a wave on an ocean that has clean water, right? While you're riding the wave, you can hydrate yourself. I'm not saying that you could do this in a real ocean, but I guess here's a good example. Let's make it more real. So let me try to rephrase this here. Hold on. I'm trying to rephrase this at least. So think about it this way. Let's say the way that I do it is it's if I was like riding a wave on the ocean, right? And I have something that could desalinate the water as I'm surfing. And let's say I want to get some water, free water. I'll ride a wave, and then while I'm doing that wave, I'm desalinating the water real quick, and then boop, drinking the water. So in a lot of ways, what I'm doing is I'm not trying to predict what direction the market's going in, whether it's the Bitcoin market, whether it's the stock market. I don't predict. I don't do that. I think that's anybody who tries to predict the market is the dumbest moron I've ever met. Unless you really do know the future, then go on. Please, if you know what tomorrow brings, then do what you need to do. But look, if you're just you don't need to predict any futures. You just need to buy at during certain events. So for example, if the SCHX dips, you buy a little bit here. If it dips again the next day, you buy some more. And then if it starts going back up rapidly and you're able to sell for a profit, sell a little bit for a profit. You don't have to sell your entire position either. You trickle buy, you trickle sell. You just kind of trickle in there. Buy here, little here, little here, little here. I buy a little here, a little here. And then, sell a little here, sell a little here, sell a little here. You sell at a profit. You sell when there is profit, when there is profit to be made. So the goal is not to wait for a certain amount of time, but the goal is to wait for a certain amount of profit. That's the key. So at least that's the key in my mind. Don't know what you guys thought of that presentation, but I hope you enjoyed it. It was a presentation made by my boy Tim Smith, and it's pretty pimp. Like Tim's Tim's got a keen mind, man. I love hearing Tim's thoughts on shit, and the way he wrote that PowerPoint was fucking pimp too. I like it. He's definitely Tim is definitely a hell of a writer for sure. And I love it, man. I'm all for it. But yeah. But overall, man, this is a final note. I am tired, you guys, but I do want to say a final note. I really don't think I want to go to another one of those anti-Trump rallies again. Those people are nasty and mean. 10% of them are, at least. And like I said, 10% of them being nasty and mean was enough for me to be like, nope. Because I was being a troll, but I wasn't actually being mean to anybody. Like, I wasn't being mean to anybody in the crowd. It took a lot of patience from me. I eventually snapped and just said, fuck you, dude. I snapped and I said, fuck you. I got mad. Absolutely. Because these punk ass dudes kept telling me to fuck off. And I honestly I will never vote. I will never, ever. Like, I will do everything in my power to vote against Democrats for the rest of my life. Like, that's how much I can't stand the party. The party's too fucking stupid. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm my boy Antoine said that he just heard Our Lady Peace somewhere out there on the radio. What a sav, dude. Sorry about that, folks. I was just trying to get a couple things done. I posted a couple things on realgarza.com. Make sure you guys check out the website, though, by the way, realgarza.com. It's the website, the official website for the show, but also just the Real Garza. The irony is I'm not a true company. Realgarza.com. That's where it's at, man. It's kind of the brand. We're just kind of just a weird company, man. One of the reasons I don't sell any actual products on my website is merely because I think it's just less liability for me. I'd rather get a sales commission on selling other people's products. Eventually, though, it would be fun to sell on Amazon. Though it would be pretty neat. But yeah, you guys got to check out the website though, realgarza.com. Got plenty of really cool articles on different like product reviews and stuff. I've been trying to make sure that we put reviews on the website that are related to products I actually use. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. There are some products that I don't use that I've done reviews for based on like, collected data and stuff, understanding more about the product. But so I have been trying my best to stick to products that I actually do use. And that's really usually the easiest way to do it, I'm going to be honest. But like I did one on the Scrub Daddy, which is pretty dope. And also any sort of article that's about like ETFs or, how to invest in different ways. I definitely have links to books on Amazon where you could just click on the links and I get like a small commission, which is really cool. But yeah, if you guys see any books on there, like any cool products on the Real Garza website that pique your fancy, definitely feel free to click the link. I get a small commission as an Amazon associate. Full disclaimer on the website as well. So, yeah. But realgarza.com, man, it's a solid website. I got also links to other products I like to use that are in the links to every description of my live videos and shit. So we're rolling hard, man. We're rolling high. We're rolling hard. Yeah. We're pimp. But yeah, just really excited to be able to get it's an exciting time for the show because we're legitimately becoming a bigger show in the sense that we get more subscribers every day. We're basically fully monetized at this point. We're almost there. I'm monetized in every other area except for watch time ads, and if we get the ads, if we get approved for that, we really won't have to have that many memberships. Um, if I don't get approved for the watch time ads, though, I will have to rely on memberships for sure. So I will probably double down on that if it comes down to it. And I would have to definitely make the membership worthwhile. That's for sure. So I'd have to do a lot of fun exclusive videos. I don't like doing exclusive videos, though. I really don't. So I'm hoping I'll still do exclusives. Don't worry. And I'll still give shout outs to all the channel members. So I do want to give a shout out again to a few channel members, actually. Yager's Farm, Michael Donaldson. Michael Donaldson was the first to sign up. We got, like I said, Yager's Farm. And then we got Martin. So we're trying to, whoever wants to join, I don't, like I said, my goal is not to take out of anybody's pockets. One of the reasons I set up this membership also is it's kind of a way for me to kind of advertise any channel subscribers as well without them having to fork out an arm and a leg for me to advertise. Because I really do want people to subscribe to these people's channels, but I do want to make a little bit of money in the process. So if I could kind of, in a way give them shout outs for anything like their website or whatever, I love, shouting out to an audience, man. It's fun. But my goal is just to kind of promote things that I know work. It is fun to have anti-Bitcoin articles on the blog, on the Real Garza website, and it's an entertaining process, man. It's fun. But what I'm thinking about doing is what is it? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought again. Jesus. But I'm definitely thinking about doing a few other things with the website. Absolutely, it's pretty much just one of those types of sites where you to check out cool articles and stuff like that, and just really have a good time. There's really not too much that goes along with the website. I was thinking about finding ways to really index the site really a lot better. We did enable breadcrumbs on there, and essentially what breadcrumbs are is it's a way for search engines to easily index the website. So having breadcrumbs on the website is really good. I personally like breadcrumbs as when it comes to surfing other websites out there. It allows you to easily categorize and look up where you're at. So overall, it's a win-win situation when shit like that happens. I need to put search functionality on the website, though. I just realized I don't have that enabled. I don't even remember how to do it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, guys. I'm sorry it's come to this. Give me a few moments, folks. I'm trying to figure out some shit. I'm so tired. Oh man. Oh, that's how I do it. Okay, hold on. Well, I have you guys on here. I'm going to try my best to change a couple things. Appearance. Oh. Editor. And then we'll do... So it will be appearance. Widgets. Okay, I got to get to widgets. Hmm. I should probably put these... Well, let's see. I think if I put a search bar, browse all. Let's see. So wait, where would the search bar be? Sorry, you guys, I'm a little bit technologically stunted on WordPress from time to time. Widgets, and then search widget. Okay. Well, that's lovely. How would I do that, though? Search widget. Oh, here we go. I don't know where the search widget is at. It's lame. Okay, custom HTML is posts. There it is. There's the search widget. Perfect. So I could put the search widget in here. I think. No placeholder. I don't need a placeholder in there. Let's see. Would be nice to have this as the socials. Almost like I'm trying to find a way to explain what I'm trying to say. No. Sorry, guys, I'm ruining a few. Hold on. Tube. So I don't want to add a link. I want to add a group. Socials. Let's just submit and then. Okay, so socials. Transform to link. There's no link, just text. Socials. Okay, undo. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Saving it. Sorry, you guys. I got caught up in doing something here real quick. Normally, I don't do this, but we're trying to improve the website. Putting a search bar on there so people can actually search for the articles because we have been growing articles for sure. We got way more articles than we've ever had. So, YouTube, TikTok, testing, ETF. Okay, that's cool. Okay, cool. Yeah. Sweet deal. Honestly, this is neat. I love having the ability to search. Can we make searching a little bit better than this, though? maybe not. Either way, at least we got the ability to invest. Let's type in the word invest. Let's see what happens. Investor. Just type in Gandalf. I want to see if I could search it within Gandalf. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is really neat, man. I'm liking this. Let's see, buy and hold. Once. Yeah, this is great. You know, now we have got search functionality on the website. Sorry, I'm not showing you guys the website at the moment, but if you guys check out realgarza.com, we now have search functionality on there, which is honestly very helpful. What does it look like on mobile? So what it looks like on mobile is always very interesting. Most people are on their mobile device. So let's see. Realgarza.com. Let's take a look. So, that's interesting. So, it's oh man, did I fuck up the layout? I might have. Hold on. It's what if I what if I put this somewhere else? Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm probably gonna end the stream here in a second. Just give me a second. You know what I could do? I could put it right below. Hold on. Okay. So that might look a little bit better. Okay. So save this and then let's take a look and see what it looks like on mobile. Okay, that's a little better. So this is what it looks like on mobile right here. It's kind of an interesting look. You guys probably can't really see it too well, but here's what it looks like on the mobile. We got search bar. We'll start searching on mobile, make sure it works. We'll look up. We done an article on 100 ETFs, so let me just type in 100. There we go, and we have a few different articles that contain the word 100, the number 100, which is really good. So now it's very easy to search the website. Well, this is odd. Hold on. Trying to figure something out here, you guys. Testing. one more. Let's see, time. Yeah, the problem is it's showing the search bar twice. It's not necessary. Well, it's not perfect, but it is. Let's take a look. Does it interfere with the readability of the articles? Sort of. Maybe. I don't know if it is or not. Hold on. I think we might be having a little bit of a problem here. Okay, the search is showing up. Okay. Let's look up daddy. Well, there's a few ways. I'll probably rethink a couple things here. Let's see. How does it look through the lens of this one? Well, I don't know. I'll figure it out later, but I do want to thank you guys for dealing with me. Putting up with my bussy. But I'll catch you guys later. I do gotta start heading to bed. I'm just too exhausted right now. Too much heat exhaustion. But I'll catch you guys later.